Hey guys, JH and Mr. X. We've just been exchanging a little bit of information and feedback that we're sort of really getting down, to the real baseline of the protocol now. For individuals, look, we'll all have a different protocol combination. That doesn't matter, as long as the basic premise is there, where the ball, we're attacking it on the side of the body from a back ball position with closed shoulders. Doesn't matter how you do that. But there are some things that I think make it a little easier. And Mr. X said before we came on camera that he had a look at himself yesterday on video, and you can just take up the story.
Okay, it came about after watching the video we made yesterday about how strong I stay on the right foot when I'm trying to do channel lock. I stay, so long as I keep my head at the 5 o'clock nose, everything appears to be on my right foot, and for me the right toe comes up in the air.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was actually doing the video. I didn't say anything to you, but I could actually see that. You were actually almost positioning it before you took the club back.
Sort of feels like you've got a stiletto on your foot, and you're digging the long heel into the ground. Okay, that's sort of the feeling.
And that's one of the real basic cornerstones of channel lock, is that we're on that trail axis. Now you couldn't get on that trail axis any more than doing that. That's a really good swing thought, and maybe some of you guys can try that. And I guess that will depend a lot on, basically, where this is, how far away it is. And if you bring this in, you can actually load that more. The further that goes out, the more load comes off. So you may very well be better served and better suited with a narrower stance. Yep. Do you feel that?
I just feel a balanced stance. I don't feel wide. Yeah. I don't feel narrow.
Well, they're my words.
I just feel a balance.
I only use my feet for balance.
And it appears to be the same balance for every club.
Yeah.
I don't have a wider stance for the driver. I don't have a narrow stance to pitch.
And I'm the same.
It's just where I feel comfortable, where the body is balancing me. Yeah. Is where I stand.
Well, I'm glad that you said that, unsolicited, because I do that. My feet are only for balance. And I've always been a pitcher of the ball with a wide stance. These guys that get really in here, I reckon, you haven't got any stability there. And with a pitch, you want to really be stable. I've always had a wide stance when pitching. That's probably why I've always pitched the ball straight. Now, the other thing is, okay, you just take let's talk about getting rid of that hinge early. Okay, take it to the top. Okay, now you're feeling that the first move down for you is that. Straight lining. Yeah, he wants to make this a straight line, guys, as opposed to his normal old swing, which was
pulling down.
Toll the bell. He used to get very narrow in here, and that's why he rotated so hard. And I remember in the old days when I first met Mr. X, he'd get down to here, just let your hands come down, now hang on to the club, and he'd have the club here. He'd be back here, he'd be pulling down, and the club would still be over here. I mean, he could hit it so late, but it was just so violent, wasn't it? So he's going from being traditionally very narrow to being as wide as he possibly can.
This is where it came about yesterday, when I wanted to have the club as far away from me as possible at all times.
That's the ice cream scoop.
The ice cream scoop. The club is out there, sort of behind me.
Yeah.
That's where this came about. Traditionally, we've been told that you've got to keep the angle until the last second.
Oh, everybody says you hold the angle, and that's how you get lag. But for the club player, that may be okay for the truly great ball strikers. But I even think, like, I remember Jack Nicklaus and Tom Watson both said in 1986 when I was talking to them, and Jack said the first thought in his mind, in his golf swing, has always been that. And he taught Tom Watson to do that. There, and if you watch Watson looks like that. Watson's not a player. Watson actually looks like he throws the club away. He looks very club playerish when he gets to here because he's got no angle. Whereas Jack had a bit of angle, but Jack said, I never feel that. I feel that. He said, I want to release the club as early as I can from the top of the golf swing. And as long as you initiate something in the lead side, guys, it doesn't matter how early you release. Now, the knock-on byproduct of that for you was something very interesting that you said. Tell me about that, the straight line here.
It feels, when I do that, when I perform keep the club as far away from me as possible,
Yeah.
it appears to be a straight line, one straight line from the start of the swing to the finish of the swing.
The straight line being the arm and the club.
Being the arm and the club feels like it's just one straight line past the ball.
And when you get into impact, what you said to me was that you feel this and this arm, this and the right leg are all lined up at impact. There's none of this, guys. We don't want to get in this position here. You'll never be successful with channel lock if you try and do that. If you try and go to the ball with the hands, you've got to go to the ball with the club head. And that's why I say the focus should always be on hitting the golf ball, not going towards the target. You've got to hit the golf ball. Forget about going towards the target. And the way you go towards the target is you straight line everything. And if you look at, if we're going to hit this way, and if I do what Mr. X says here and I fire it here, ice cream scoop it, and then I continue that on here, everything is in a straight line when I hit it. Absolutely a straight line. Okay guys, now the other thing is, what I suggest for people learning channel lock is to learn the feel of channel lock and the protocol without hitting any golf balls. Go through the feel. And the way to feel it, the way to turn on your kinesthetic feedback sensors is to do it with your eyes closed. So set up here and think, close your eyes and think, okay, I want to feel this. What does this protocol feel like? Close your eyes. Take it back. Feel that, feel that, feel that. Okay, I feel that club looking at the ball. I feel the weight going into my right knee, inside of my right knee, inside of my right leg. Feel my shoulder, my lead shoulder coming across here. Feel the pushing down on the hands there. And then when I get it to the top here, what do I feel then? I feel these legs here loaded, and they're wanting to get rid of the load, and I'm loaded in that lead lat. So I've got my eyes closed, and now I'm feeling this here. I'm feeling that. That's what I want to feel. I'm pushing back with that lead leg, push it back, pull with the lead hand, pull it, pull it, pull it. There. Guys, do that 100 times with your eyes closed. Do it in your living room at home or in the basement. But do it with your eyes closed, because what happens is all the attention sensory mechanisms will be really concentrated on the portions of the body that are developing the pressure and the feel. So it's this. Get here. Okay, now I'm going to feel. Okay, even as soon as I close my eyes there, I feel pressure here. Okay, I feel pressure here. I can now feel pressure in the head. Oh yeah, I like that pressure. Here, I can really feel that in my knee there. Going back here, going back here, going back here. Okay, I've got, even guys, there's pressure in here. You don't feel that in the golf swing. I've got it right there in the arch of my foot. There's pressure there. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Pressure, 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 pressure. Pressure, 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 pressure. Okay. How does it want to start down? It wants to do that. It wants to do that. It wants to do that. Pull down, pull down. Pull with that lead arm. Pull, pull, push back with this. Push back. And stay there, guys. Stay there. In that position there. So where's my loadings? What do they feel like? Okay, that's where they are. Stay there for 30 seconds. Stay there for a minute. Okay, there's my loadings. Then continue on through to here. Here. All the time, trying to maintain as much 5 o'clock nose as you can. Like he does 5 o'clock nose better than anybody. Now the other thing that he does that is simplistic, and I only saw it last night, and I've seen him hit hundreds of shots with channel lock, but I haven't picked up the ease of the way you set up. And guys, the way he gets his back cock, once he's gone in here, he starts from here, like he's in a conventional ball position here, and then all he does is he back cocks to here. He's got here and then he just back cocks to here. He doesn't get here and then back cock again. He goes from here, and that's his back cock. And that's why his back cock is so pure. And I think that's why he's alleviated that hit to the right that you had, because before, when we got back here and then you back cock, it was too much back cock. And maybe that's too much back cock for all of us. I'm actually going to hit some shots today. Guys, the swing is evolving. Yeah, the back cock may not ever be what it was originally intended to be. It may be as simplistic as that. Bill Phillips has got a version of that. And if any of you guys haven't seen the latest videos of Bill Phillips on MMI, go on and have a look. He's teaching, he's got Matt Gray, who's one of his students, who's a scratch player, and there's another very good player at their club who's a scratch player, an older guy, 63 or something, and he's a scratch player and a very good player. And he was there for 5 minutes with Matt Gray giving him a lesson under the tutelage of Bill Phillips. Bill was letting Matt conduct the lesson, and it was very, very informative and very, very well done. Matt showed a fantastic, really, really strong understanding, verbal association, and feel for channel lock, but very, very small, incremental way of adjusting the person. Like Bill, he was just subtly making the adjustments to Bill. Just little subtle movements, and it was fantastic. And it's the stuff that Bill's instilled in him, because that's how Bill teaches. Bill does it in increments. So have a look at that. That's Bill Phillips and Matt Gray doing a... and the point I wanted to make there, guys, that guy's a very good player. He's been a traditional player for a long time, and he started to flush the ball, and he was doing it for 5 minutes. Because I asked him, I said, well, okay, this is your introduction to channel lock. How long has it taken you? He said 5 minutes. And he was just hitting it great. Now, he's a traditional swinging player. And the good thing about this guy, his name's Bill Roberts, and he's a member of Bill's club, Bill Phillips' club. But what's also good to watch Bill Roberts is that Bill's got a very, very strong grip. You know, and Mr. X and I both got very, very neutral grips. But you can have a strong grip. I mean, because he had a strong grip, he wasn't concocted. Matt Gray got him in great formation. The way Matt set him up, and what I was looking for before, was the subtleness of the formation. He really did line him up beautifully. But the point I was making there, guys, you can have strong grip. Doesn't matter. I've just never been a strong grip player. I've always just been a very neutral player. And that's probably why I've always hit the ball pretty straight. Okay, we haven't hit any shots today. You just want to hit a couple, just warm up and just hit a couple just for fun. Just get all this bloody crabgrass here, mate. It's just brutal. We're over here, guys, because we just need to be away from everyone. Okay, just hit a couple. Now watch how he sets up with his back cock. See, he's there. He's basically right in the middle. Then he just goes back into position. That's as simple as falling off a log. Now there's first shot of the day, and really good. Okay, now let's set up as if we're going to hit a shot and think about. Oh, he did. What was interesting, he said today, that when he was looking on the video yesterday, what he noticed was that every time he mentioned protocol, that he came up and he got in exactly the same position when he used the word protocol, which was a knock-on effect to his cerebral mechanism. It would bring forward the protocol because he mentioned the protocol. You don't have to audibly mention it, but you need to think of the protocol. And you're right. I mean, so just think about that. Just think about your protocol. Because that's what this swing's all about, guys, just proper application of the protocol. How'd that feel?
It's okay, it's along that grass.
Oh yeah, it's long, yeah. It's long. And of course, Mr. X is not as shallow as me. He's still got a fair bit of hit down. So he's someone that hits down, you know, and gets the divot after the ball. So the long grass is always a bit of a problem, where it's no problem for me. Oh guys, and what else happens is I find, because you're on the ball, now this is what I call the look of a fat shot, but it's not a fat shot. If you had grass here pretty long, you would see with me, because I get on the ball level pretty early, you would find me parting the grass here and moving the grass a foot out from the golf ball. Because I'm on it so early. I'm really shallow. I don't come down and you know, right on top of the ball really steep here. I mean, I'm at ball level from here. And that's why this system is such a good system with the driver, because you're very level. But it's hard hitting out along grass with this, because you get the grass early, don't you? It's not like a normal swing.
I've just remembered a few things from yesterday. That's what was going through my mind in that first shot. So I think I've got a few more things to do this time.
All right. Let's go for a little bit of
I've got to try and release that early.
Well, we were talking about that.
I feel myself pulling again with that left hand.
And you can see that. You can see, I mean the shots are okay, but what you can see is, yeah, the way, yeah, exactly, you can see that.
Pulling everything down.
Yeah, don't pull it down, throw it away. Feel like you're throwing it away. And really get into out, straight line into out. Perfect. Yeah, okay, you can have a little bit more ready code even than that. But I mean, they're eminently playable, all of those shots beyond the green. They're what I call, you know, acceptable, you know, 85%ers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, just change your angle of attack, just go a little bit more to the right. Try and hit it just to the right of that that tree up there. And really try and get a little bit of ready code.
That was better.
Yeah.
I remembered a few more things that time.
Okay, just aim, you know, 15 left of the tree. And guys, this is what we do. We do incremental aiming so you don't get stuck with one feeling. And that's hammered. That's hammer time right there. Now I'll tell you what you haven't got in the swing today, and if I say to you, you'll say, oh, you're right. You haven't got the lead with the heel, have you, for you? Because he's hitting actually quite a strong draw shot, which he wasn't yesterday because he was coming in with the heel yesterday for you, and that's very much the left hand.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, just get that left hand and left shoulder, and come in with the heel. Oh, what a difference. What a difference. Because honestly, for you, that one arm feeling with no trail arm activation and that reverse wind, that's a key for you. Big key for you. Because that really does stop your over exuberant
puts the left
roll
shoulder,
release.
the left shoulder in the correct position.
Well, and it just gets the left arm pulling. It really does. That was a sensational shot. That was just the soft draw, which is what we were looking for. And I can see that. I can see that on your finish because you're getting that look about you. When you don't have that, what I think is leading with the heel pad coming down, you get a little bit of that look about you. But the heel pad is great for you.
One more. Okay, we'll remember all the points this time.
Okay, well, it's lead hand, lead with the heel. Oh, that's a great shot. Oh, we'll just hit a couple of drivers. That'll get you out of that crabgrass. See all the new Taylor M3 and M4 drivers are out, and the new M3, M4 irons. I saw them today. It's just unbelievable. They bring out a new set of clubs every 3 months.
I've just got to come back into the shot.
Let me have a look.
Is that okay?
Yep. How was that?
Not too bad for the first one.
I couldn't see the ball flight from over there. But you looked okay, your actual process looked okay.
I think I can do better this time.
Yeah, that was strong. That was a really strong flight.
It was better. Try a different target. Go a little bit to that other tree.
Okay, yeah. Okay, just get a little bit of ready pause.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Okay, so because that was a perfect, ready code. So what is the specific thinking to get that? Is it just a double up of intensity of thinking? Like, I've really got to do this?
Well, for me, it comes back to balance again. I've just got to get to the top and find my balance. Once I've found it, then go.
Well, that was always our original intention, wasn't it? From the first day you mentioned the ready code, you said don't hit it till your balance is right.
I'll try again.
Perfect. Perfect. If there were goalposts up there, that'd be a goal at 270, wouldn't it? Huh?
Good shot.
Yeah, that was easy. Yeah, they're just bowling alley stuff. They're bowling alley stuff. Now, what's interesting is it, you know, like it just doesn't take much to get on. I mean, when he started, just hitting, you know, the draws were a little bit strong. Flight was down a little bit. As soon as he gets the lead here and the pause, it's hardly any draw at all, and the height's really spectacular. You want to just hit a pip one down range so we can have a look. I'll just get in a position and I'll just check you camera wise. Just aim towards the car out there, but come across a little bit in front of the camera. Yeah, across more. Bit more. That'll do, yeah. Yeah, anywhere out there, yeah. But guys, this is just to let you watch where the club goes. Sitting on. Just a little bit more ready code. Just set yourself up. Five o'clock nose. That's perfect. That is absolutely bowling alley stuff. That was perfect. That's nice. Want to hit a couple of irons down range?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just to let you watch where he's, where the club's going. Come more over here. Yeah. Just try and hit the ball, sort of over that white post, left of the car. Just smooth. There's good contact. There's a really strong left to right wind. So that was dead straight, that wind just took it, didn't it? No, there was no draw, no fade, nothing on that.
Left side dominant.
Well, you've really got to pull. Remember, you've got to pull with the heel with that.
One more.
Yeah, ready code. Okay, now the next one, really think that we're going that way. We're not going towards the ball, we're going that way. We're getting a big ice cream scoop. It just looked a bit narrow then. That's perfect. That's as perfect as perfect as perfect as perfect as perfect. Just hit the rest of those balls, mate. Might as well while we're here. But just go through all that again. Now you felt like you had the extra width then, did you? Okay. That was great. It's noticeable in the tempo, everything. It's just these few things you've got to put in.
A bit more pause, I think.
Well, I think a little bit more lead with the heel. See that was a strong draw. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just going to hit left side of the green. That's the shot I want. That's just perfect. That's like, guys, that's half a yard draw. And that's...
That was leading with the pinky up.
Yeah, pinky up, okay. Pinky up.
Need to bring the whippersnipper out tomorrow. Some of this grass is a little bit long.
Yeah, it is long enough.
Pinky up.
Pinky up. That's perfect. Oh, that's so good. Okay, guys, this is like a tuning session that that I go through. And the good thing about that, there was no horrible shots in that. 80% of them were really good, and the ones that weren't, 100% would still get on the green, and that's a good thing about it. But the good shots were 110. That was good. Okay, guys, that was just a Mr. X tuning session with a couple of points, and I think they were good, valid points. They were good shots. Very good shots.